Welcome back once again. It's getting a little bit embarrassing with the internet failures, but I tell you what, we're going to ride it out to the end of the race because we have just over 6.5 minutes left in this race. There is no way we are going to leave this cliffhanger. I mean, things seem to be reasonably well set. But as we watch Clinicision thread his way through the bus stop chicane, and we catch back up with where we were. I mean, frankly, my PS5 didn't even tell me I'd lost internet for a good minute and a half. For a good minute and a half more after the stream stopped. So I did just commentate for nobody for a solid minute and a half. Which also means I had no idea where I left off, to be honest, for you guys. I don't know what I was saying, I just looked and found where it actually was. So apologies if you were very intrigued by what I was saying, but with just under 6 minutes to go, Bunny's pits, and he is into the pit lane. He is making his final stop. He's putting on, surely, a set of hard compound tires. Ben will usurp second place in this race, the champion from last season in Group 3. This is much more reminiscent of what he is capable of. He takes second place for now. The gap to Wendigo is frankly immense. Insurmountable, quite possibly. But Ben is still in it, and he's in second. Clinicision will take third, Slenderfella fourth, and Bunny's out of the pits on hards, quite low fuel. Does not even manage fourth. He'll be down to fifth, following Aloe, and sixth. My math must be off then. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. He drops down to sixth. He will keep sixth. He won't drop to seventh, but he's going to have to put some serious pressure on if he wants to catch up to those ahead. Right behind Aloe now, Slenderfella there, and Clinicision just up ahead of that. Bunnies is hunting these guys down. His fresh hards might provide an advantage over the wearing softs of Aloe. I think the mediums of Slenderfella, they're pretty worn, but I think they might just hold out for him. And these wearing softs for Clinicision, of course, they look solid right now. I think they'll hold together for a little while longer. But as it stands, Wendigo's gone. Wendigo's disconnected. Wendigo has had an internet failure, and Wendigo is out of this race. Ben is suddenly your Group 3 leader. All of a sudden, this race is turned on its head. There are 4 minutes to go, and disaster strikes, not for the first time for Wendigo. He had an internet failure before we got going with the race. We had a red flag called, and he got so lucky with that because it meant he was able to come back into the race. But I don't think there was a single soul that was upset to see that. You get that kind of luck very, very rarely, and Wendigo was making full use of it, and his internet goes on him again, much like mine keeps doing during the stream. And that is disaster for the Lithuanian, who led the way for so much of this race, not literally the entire thing, because the strategy was putting various different drivers out in front at times, but realistically, he was the only man who looked likely to win today in Group 3, and Wendigo, you have to feel for him. He was on his way to a second win in a row, and it's just all gone now. As he exited the final corner and his internet gave up, the man that will really benefit from this is Ben. He is now in a race-leading position. He is in 8th place. That is first of the Group 3s, but he has Clinicision on the back of him. His mediums are quite worn. There are 2.5 minutes to go in this race, and suddenly the lead in Group 3 is blown wide open as Tiny Terror goes past Aloe. Bunnies has dropped quite far back from this group, actually. I wonder if he's had an incident around the time Wendigo disconnected, perhaps. Sutkus continues on his way, and Slenderfella has pitted, so he's on his outlap now. Camo leads the way in Group 1. He's got Edgar directly behind him, and these two should both make it to the end. We are hitting the 2 minutes remaining mark as the IndyCar unpauses. No, please don't unpause again. There we go. IndyCar is back to being paused. No, stop unpausing. I want to watch that. Why can't I? Oh, whatever. I'll deal with that later. Because we have a race on our hands, because Edgar is looking for a move on Tamo, who goes round the outside of the Group 3s. Those are both our fights for the lead. It's Tamo versus Edgar. It's Ben versus Climicision. We'll watch the Group 1s. There goes Edgar to the inside. Tamo holds the lead, but behind them is their movement behind. Ben holds the lead over Climicision. Climicision is putting pressure on him, though, as Edgar going for the overall lead behind Tamo. But in the Group 3s, Ben is a little bit wide. Can he be caught? Can he be passed by Climicision? Not quite yet. Climicision's going to have to keep trying. He's not got him yet. Round the outside of the toe. Can he get him? No! The Supras come together. They're both still going. They survive a little bit longer. But my goodness, is it getting close, and IndyCar is refusing to pause behind me. That is a real pain. But Ben is ahead of Climicision. Ben runs wide. Climicision's got an opportunity here. Can he make the most of it? We're going to take a quick look here, because this is Edgar. Oh, Edgar, what a save. He's barely able to hold it, but he just about does. And as we enter the last 15 seconds of this race, this is going to be the final lap for Edgar and Tamo. They are battling it out. Behind, down the inside goes Gasman of Sutkus. Ajax is right behind him. What about these two? Climicision is through on Ben. Ben is through as well, but Ben's going to be out of fuel. Ben is running out of fuel. Aloe is going to get him because Ben is not going to have fuel, and this win is going to go to Climicision surely, unless there is a calamity for him. But who there is a calamity for is Ben. Bunnies is going to cross the line in 4th. Ragemus is going to take a podium in Group 1, but it's going to be Edgar putting pressure on Tamo. It is the final lap of the race for these two. Tamo has less fuel. Tamo might suffer the same fate as Ben. Surely not. Surely not. Two of the race leaders suffering from a lack of fuel on the final lap. It cannot be. Can Tamo save the fuel? Surely, there's gotta be some big lift and coasts here. He's getting perilously low on fuel. He's gonna run out at any time. He's lifting, but is it going to be enough lifting? Edgar is right behind him, and he has more fuel left. It's not a promising amount of fuel for Edgar, but it's more, and they're going to all enter the penultimate corner. It's Tamo through the penultimate corner, through the final corner. When is his fuel going to end? He's still going. Is it going to be Tamo who crosses the line victorious? It is Tamo who wins in Watkins Glen. He ran out of fuel over the line, but there was nothing Edgar could do to get him. It was Tamo on top, Ragemus 3rd. And in Group 3, it is, of course, going to be Climicision who's going to come across the line. Well, the final corner first. He better navigate that first. And he's low on fuel too. But Climicision, what a drive from him. He's gonna make it victory in round 2 at Watkins Glen. The Lithuanian is on top. It's Aloe out of fuel as well. My God, how many drivers ran out of fuel? Aloe crosses the line. It's gonna be Ben trudging down through the boot, and I mean, no offense, but I can't get my IndyCar to pause, and there's 4 laps to go, so my attention is slightly divided at the moment. I won't give any spoilers for the IndyCar, because it is over, because I had it paused for so long. But if anybody wants to watch it on delay, it's been a very excellent race. So could be worth doing. So I won't give spoilers, but if you do know who my favorite driver is, this is a little bit of a spoiler. But my absolute favorite driver is very much in the fight for the win. So, I mean, we're gonna have to wait for Ben to see if he crosses the line, anyways. At this rate, I actually don't think he will. It is a short track oval. 2 laps to go. And yeah, Ben is not going to cross the line as the timer has... Aw, the timer ran out just at the end there, and I didn't pause it in time. We'll get back to there so we can see the final results. There we go. So it is... Oh, actually, it is final lap. I will just take a second before I go through the order. Because I do just want it, like, literally the final lap of a short track oval. Yeah, I wish my TV hadn't decided it just wasn't going to pause anymore, but oh well. Alright, well that's the end of the IndyCar race, so back to the SNL, which frankly is the more important event here. Tamo takes victory in Group 1. That makes the third championship that Tamo takes victory in. That is truly fantastic. He did it in round 3 in GTE. He did it in round 1 in FX. He does it in round 2 in Endurance. Tamo is rapidly cementing himself as one of the top drivers in SNL. But Edgar, it's another fantastic drive from the Lithuanian. It's top 2 once again. These two were first and second last time. They're first and second this time, just in the other order. Ragemus Prime comes home in third, and what a deserving result. He had a quiet race. There's no doubt about that. A quiet race, but a brilliant race. Well done to Ragemus Prime. That third place is earned. Gasman comes home in fourth. Fifth goes to Ajax, who was not able to challenge the Scotsman at the end. Home race hero Rob on Drums finishes sixth. Tiny Terror comes home seventh in the Isota Frascini. And of course, Lynchmas Prime, the disconnection from Group 1. Klimicision, take a bow. What a victory for the Lithuanian. And I mean, you saw the state of those tires sometimes. At the ends of those stints, he managed that fantastically to still pull the win out of that. Aloe runs out of fuel on the run to the line, but he still pulls off second, a very strong result for the Brit. And he should be happy with that. Ben, I mean, what could have been? What could have been? That's a rough one for Ben to take. Running out of fuel, misjudged it by 1 lap. Needed 1 lap more fuel in the tank, and he would have been golden. But he'll take third, I'm sure. I'm sure he will be happy with that. It was a rough race for Bunnies, the reigning Group 1 champion. Of course, Ben, the reigning Group 3 champion. But Bunnies, not the easiest race for him, but he takes home fourth, a solid result at the end of the day. Slender fell at fifth in that Sky Ferrari in the place of Pat. We will maybe be seeing him back next week in the same car. I'm not certain. Don't know that that's determined for sure yet. And Sutkas, last but not least, takes 6th position. The Lithuanian rounds out the grid. And, oh man, I mean, Bondimus, it was a rough time towards the end there, and he gives up on it, unfortunately. But your heart has to go out to Wendigo. 4 minutes away from winning the race, and he just, poof, disappears, gone. And I mean, that clearly wasn't a rage quit. I don't know why he would rage quit out of the lead, even if it did look like a rage quit. That wouldn't make sense to me. But that looked fully like a disconnect to me. No rage quitting there. That's a brutal one to see. You never want to see it. We've seen similar things before in GTE, for example. Specmir in Season 9 at Sardinia had a disconnect on the penultimate lap, left Matt and Bunnies fighting for the win on that occasion. I mean, it's hard to say. It shouldn't have been Specmir victorious on that occasion, but in the end, it was Matt. And I think we'll have another similar situation where it's really hard to say there's anyone who should have been able to take it away from Wendigo there. but in the end, it will go to Climicision. A deserving drive from him, don't get me wrong. That was a fantastic drive on his part, but you just have to feel for Wendigo on this one. Tamo and Climicision, that's your top, your winners today in Watkins Glen. And I'm gonna end the stream before my internet decides to call it quits on me again. 3 parts to this stream. Sorry about that. Nothing I could do though. Also, again, apologies for the inconvenient timing of this. I'm going to be in France in 48 hours though. I'm going to be heading to the airport in 12 hours. So really not much opportunity to stream it at the normal time. Hopefully, as much as it's a bit of a broken up broadcast, you can all enjoy this race though and look forward to Alsace. We don't know how the broadcast will work for Alsace. It might be, depending on the size of the replay, if it's small enough to be shared, I will probably commentate it on the Wednesday or Thursday when I get home from Le Mans. Or if it's too big to share, we will find an alternative, but somebody who raced will have to do the commentary instead. We'll figure it out. Rest assured, there will be a stream either way, though. And, of course, a race. Next week is the 10 Hours of Alsace. And my God, I'm sad I'm gonna miss that one, actually. That's a fantastic race. That is a fantastic track. But nonetheless, that's the race for today. Thank you to everybody who watched. Thank you for putting up with my inability to speak, running on very few hours of sleep, and at nearly 2 a.m. now. So, yeah. Thank you. Good night. Good morning. Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, and in case I don't see you, good night? Is it goodbye? Oh, I really should know this. I do like that movie. Either way, thank you for watching, and goodbye.